Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is going to be the reading for mid-June. Remember that these readings are general, so they may not resonate with all of you, which is normal. Instead of forcing them, look for or check the readings for your other placements, okay, such as your rising, your moon, and your Venus, okay, because this is mainly a love reading. And for you cross watchers, don't forget that energies can go both ways. So, that being said, one more. Something is telling me to shuffle one more time. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, Capricorn. So, okay, your current situation, your focus, your recent past, your strength, your immediate future, the approach you should take or you're taking, what's hidden from you, what you're not aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the strength. Okay, so the overall energy is telling you that right now perhaps you're facing some things that I see a lot of deception here, okay, in this spread. And this is calling you and inviting you to, try to solve things in a gentle way, okay? Look at this girl, how she's, caressing the lion, okay? In order for him to open the mouth, okay? Without using the strength, okay? So this is talking about, you having to be strong and patient, okay? Now, let's see what we have here. For your current situation, we have the Ace of Wands and the Temperance, okay? So, right now you're trying to find a balance in your life, okay? There are things you're trying to heal from, okay? And this healing process you're going through is like, not letting you have this new beginning you want to have, this passionate new beginning. Perhaps you are thinking about perhaps in a distant or a recent past, okay, because you're focusing more on healing yourself, okay, and finding balance in your life. So there's like a lack of passion right now for your current situation. Then in your focus, of course, there's the Five of Cups, okay, upright. So you're healing because there's something you're regretting right now, something that you lost in your past, okay? Something that's like, something that made you lose hope, okay? Lose passion. And that's making you, concentrate in, feeling better about yourself and finding this balance you somehow lost. In the recent past, we have the Princess of Cups. So perhaps this was someone who was deceitful, okay? Somebody came with an offer, a love offer that wasn't what you expected, okay? And that it caused you a lot of, or it's causing you regret, okay? This person who came with, this apparently fantastic proposition that didn't go anywhere. This is the Princess of Cups in the reverse. Then for the strength we have the Princess of Wands, okay? So this talks about a passionate person, okay? Somebody who is willing to explore their options, okay? But right now you're not doing any of that, okay? You are just like, being calm, not doing much, but trying to heal from this whole situation that is causing you so much regret. in the immediate future, we have the Lovers in the reverse. So it could be that if this is a person you're still with, this talks about this relationship being involved in perhaps lies and infidelity. Okay, perhaps you will also, if you are deciding whether or not to be with somebody, you're going to be really indecisive. Okay, you really are not going to know if it's worth it or not with this card in the reverse. Okay, saying that we have two major arcana here. Possibly in your current situation, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay, perhaps that's, I don't know, a best friend you have that's a great support for you. And this situation could be also talking about the Gemini. Okay, a Gemini with whom you're going to have a certain situation that has to do with indecision. It could also be that, okay, in your immediate future. Then in the approach you should take, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so you have to remember that even though you feel that you feel regret, you feel that you've been lied to, that you lack passion, okay, you have to remember that, okay, that there's a lot of passion inside of you, because this is the ones, they represent the fire signs. Okay, they talk about passion as well. Okay, they talk specifically this card talks about celebration with other people, being recognized. Okay, perhaps you're a very talented person who is always recognized by their peers. Okay, you have to enjoy that. Okay, you don't have to, you know, immerse yourself in this regret you have. And you have to remember that also you're a very accomplished person. Okay, that all is not lost, that still you have this fantastic part of you, okay, that you need to remember. Okay, this is the approach. Then what you're not aware of is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, you feel that you can't do anything, that your hands are tied, that you have a blindfold, but this is not the case. Okay, yes, the situation is calling for you to stay still, to heal. Okay, but the situation is not as bad as you think. Okay, there's in fact things you can do. Okay, because this is coming in the reverse. Okay, but still the situation is not so good. Okay, then hopes and fears, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so your fear is that this whole you know, confusion, pain you're feeling is going to numb your judgment. Okay, that you know, you're a Capricorn, you're very down to earth. Okay, you're an earth sign, of course. You know what to do most of the time. Okay, like, because nobody knows what to do all of the time, but you do most of the time, because you're very practical, you're very ambitious, you know, goal oriented, and your biggest fear is that this situation that happened to you is going to affect you intellectually, that you're not going to, you know, see things clearly. Okay, that's your biggest fear. And as the possible result, okay, we have the Judgment in the reverse. So you're not willing to go back to whatever situation you're healing from. Okay, because this talks about a brand new beginning. Okay, after, you know, discussing what went wrong. Okay, after, you know, promise that things will be better next time. Okay, this talks about resurrection, reconciliation. Okay, and this is not happening for you. Okay, no, especially seeing this. Okay, there is a relationship that's going to come to an end. Okay, you, in this process of healing, okay, you will realize that perhaps this is not the best for you. Okay, and you're going to call it quits. Now, clarifying. Clarifying. Okay, like that. Okay, you want to talk? We have two. Okay, you go here. here. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay, which could be you perfectly, okay, because this talks about an earth sign, okay, somebody who is really, you know, focused on their material world, okay. So clarifying the current situation, we have the Four of Pentacles, okay, so you're like not taking any risks, okay, you're like holding on to what you already have, you're not taking any action in the current situation, okay. You're just focusing on healing, okay? So that's why you are holding your horses. Then for the focus, you have the Hierophant clarifying the Five of Cups, okay? So your biggest regret, I think it was that this whole thing wasn't as serious as you wanted it to be, okay? Because the Hierophant, this talks about traditions. It could even talk about marriage, okay? If you're asking for zodiac signs, this could talk about a Taurus, okay? But it doesn't have to be a Taurus. So your biggest regret was that this didn't become serious, okay? Or this other person didn't take the relationship as seriously as you did, okay? And this is in your focus. So what's tormenting you is that idea, okay? What you're healing from is that idea of someone not taking you as seriously as you were taking them, okay? Definitely there were lies here, okay. In the recent past we have the Page of Cups and the Princess of Cups, okay. It's practically the same card, basically it's the same card, yes, a very similar meaning, okay. Somebody who came to you with a love offer that was deceitful, okay. This could also talk about bad news, okay. The bad news here can be that this love was not as good as they were telling you, okay. The good thing is that you finally discovered that, okay? And you're going through this whole process of, you know, feeling the pain. Your strength, the Princess of Wands in the reverse, as we said, and the Four of Swords in the reverse. So you are avoiding conflict whatsoever, okay? You're not taking any action, you're not exploring whatsoever, okay? You are really, you know, not taking any risks. And you are just like, you know, in apart from the world, okay. It's like, I don't want to deal with anybody for now. I really need to think about all what happened and I need to heal, okay. And you're aware of that. That's why this is in the Strength position. Again, we have twice the Two of Swords and the Lover's card, okay, from the two decks. So there was an indecision, okay, that caused a breakup. So in the immediate future we have the Two of Swords and the Lovers in the reverse. So this is you finally saying, okay, I made up my mind, I think that I am not going to do this anymore, okay, because this could also talking about you finally making a decision, okay, after, you know, thinking about it, okay, and you are, as I said, calling it quits, okay. It's like, this is over, basically, okay. This is in your immediate future. Then the approach you should take the Two of Wands with the Six of Wands, okay. It's like, remember that you're a very accomplished person that's admired by a lot of people, okay. Six of Wands. Recover your passion, the wands again, because this represents the fire element, and look at all the possibilities you have, okay. The Two of Wands talks also about waiting, okay, but it also, I mean, look at the image. This is a guy who is like, you know, looking at this beautiful scenery with a world in his hands, okay. It's like, don't forget that there's a lot of possibilities ahead of you, okay. So don't torment yourself or focus so much on what couldn't be, okay. Then what you're not seeing is the Eight of Swords, okay, and the Hermit in the reverse. So perhaps you're isolating yourself a little bit too much in this process of thinking about what happened, okay. It could be that, and also that that there's no need for you to isolate yourself so much, because the problem is not as great as you think, okay? There's actually things you can do, okay? So this is like, hey, you're isolating yourself way too much, okay? But it's part of your healing process, and that's what you feel you have to do, then do it, okay? Do what's best for you. Hopes and fears. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, okay? And the King of Cups. So again, you feel that this situation can numb your judgment, okay? And that this is going to make a mess with your emotions, okay? Because Capricorns, you in general, okay? Because, you know, we have an astral chart, and it's different for everyone, because, you know, it depends on a lot of things, you know, the time at which you were born, the place, you have planets, you have aspects, you have many things, but in general, okay, you're very collected, okay, especially with your feelings. I mean, sometimes it's very hard for you to express emotions because you're way too focused on other things, especially on the material part, okay, of your life. So your biggest fear is that this is going to numb your judgment and is going to mess with your emotions, okay, and you don't want that, okay, and that's why you're calling it quits. The Lovers again in the reverse, kaput, over, okay, and the Judgment in the reverse, okay. You're like, no, I'm not willing to give this thing another chance, okay. It's doing me more harm than good, and possibly you're going to make this decision, okay. This is just tarot, okay. This is a reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you, as I said, and ultimately the decision is yours, okay, because it's your life. Don't forget that, okay. But that's what the cards say. And let's see an advice from, came fast, okay, from the Oracle. Okay, we have the Temple path, okay, so look at this scenery. What does this suggest to you? Okay, I don't know, I see the connection between these two cards, okay. It's like this is time for you to really heal, okay, go through the path of healing, basically, okay. I'm not going to tell you, okay, you know, dive into the spiritual world, no, but this is advising you to if there's anything that's hurting you and you feel that there's a big decision you need to make, okay, you are entitled to take your time, okay, and this is advising you to do so, okay. The Temple path card. So that's all what I have for you today. As I always say, I hope this was helpful somehow, okay, and see you next time. Bye.